Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. And welcome to Clifton, Arizona. This is the new town that came with 1.32. And 1.32 patched up. We're now 1.32.2.65 Sierra. Oh yeah. So, here's what's going on. I bought a bunch of trailers. Remember, we had the $2 million that I was saving, and I didn't know what I was saving it for. I just didn't spend it. Well, I spent it. I bought a garage in Nevada. You say Nevada? You say Nevada. Well, either way, I bought a garage there, and I bought that for a specific trailer that you need that garage to own. You have to own that garage if you want to own that trailer. And what I got was just a plain box. I got a tarped Rocky Mountain double. I got a triple reefer. I got just a regular double pup box, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I got a tarp double. I have the flatbed double that we have hooked up to our 378 right now, and then this is the reefer that we got last episode. So I'm coming around to the trailers. Initially, tell you what, let's get the episode going, and I'll talk at you while I'm driving. So the reason I hooked up the flatbed to come down here to Clifton is where this big, I knew it. Clifton is where the big, let's see, what do we got? These are all going pretty far. El Centro, Roswell, that's it. Still pretty far. I'm looking for, that's just local. Let's go this way. Let's take the hay. And I'll tell you why when we're on the way. Okay, so let's get this going. And I'll tell you the developments as we're rolling. So, in we go. Goes much faster with parking brake off. So, this is a really pretty drive out of here. And I think it's going to be getting to evening as we're heading down the mountain. And that's perfect, because it is a beautiful drive down from Clifton. I came up here because there's supposed to be a great big copper mine here, and of all the trailers that we have, I thought these flatbeds probably make the most logical sense as far as something you could pick up at a copper mine. Although, in this game, realistically, the things you get at mines are always like either heavy equipment or tippers full of gravel. So it's not, you know what I mean? It seemed like a kind of a reach for us to get a cargo, but of all the trailers that we had, I thought this was the most likely. So yeah, I think this is all the trailers that are currently buyable in the game, and we just had a ton of money because we haven't really been spending it. So it worked out, and we still have almost $1 million left. And I noticed a couple of things. And I guess this is what I wanted to talk about, the trailers. Initially, when I saw that there were going to be buyable trailers, I thought, well, that's, whatever. Didn't really do it for me. But as I see the way that they implemented it now, I'm really impressed. And I think it's been done really, really well. It's really expanded the job market, for one thing, the freight market. And I guess what it's done is, it used to be that you took a job, right, because you were just a truck and the trailers were already loaded. You sort of took a job that was going in the approximate direction you wanted to go. So we'll call it, north, south, east, west. But other than that, it was like, you take whatever is there. And with there not being a ton of cities on ATS, there's certainly more cities on ETS. But with there not being a ton of cities, it was like kind of like a potluck, You just took what was available. With the trailers now, I feel like, and I'm just speculating here, I could be completely wrong, but I feel like they're looking at it like you can't have, 100 trailers in a yard. But you could have a warehouse with 100 different cargoes sort of ready inside. So I feel like when you go into the cargo market versus the freight market, I feel like there are a lot more destinations available, and you're a lot more likely to get one that's going your way, if that makes sense. So I like that aspect of it. I also like that your trailers get assigned to your drivers, same as your trucks do. And just now when we pulled in there and did repairs and slept, when I did repairs, I noticed that you have to do repairs on the trailers as well. So it's really cool. It's a lot cooler than I thought it would be, and it's really well implemented. So as always, kudos to SCS. They are kind of a no-ish company, man. They really, other than the AI, and even that, I have to say, the AI is getting better every patch, but other than the AI, for the most part, SCS just absolutely kills it. So good on them. So yeah, impressed with the trailers, and I also saw in the Steam store, because I bought a bunch of games today, I also saw in the Steam store that the Oregon DLC and the Beyond the Baltic DLC are now both, they're not available, but they're in the Steam store. So I went ahead and put them on my notification list or whatever, so when they are, there's not even a date for them yet, but when they are available, I'll get a notification and I'll be able to download those straight away and get those into the mix. So that's the reason I want to go Arizona rather than New Mexico. And I know we can teleport, I know we can hop to a garage, whatever, but you know, a month ago, 2 months ago, when I thought Oregon DLC was imminent, I was heading up to Northern California, so we'd be ready to cross the border as soon as the DLC came available. And then I realized, okay, it's going to be a minute. But they're saying Q3 of 2018, and that's July, August, September, and it's the end of August, so we're getting into September. There's really not a lot of Q3 left, so hopefully it'll be pretty soon. So, and then Beyond the Baltic as well on the ATS side. So I wanted to just continue to make our way to the Northwest so that we're up in NorCal when that DLC does drop. And we don't have to teleport. I do it occasionally when I have to, but I really don't like to teleport. Try to play as realistically as possible. And I have to say that one of the things that I enjoy in this game is when the game sort of not forces you, but yeah, you could almost say that. When you can't necessarily do what you want, you can't necessarily go where you want. You have to sort of go where the game forces you to, and I think that for me, I enjoy that because I end up doing things that I wouldn't normally do, and going places that I wouldn't normally go, and I get to see parts of the map that I wouldn't normally see. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being, looks like some Grand Canyon, maybe. It's pretty grand. I'm trying not to wreck the truck. So yeah, all good things. All good things. And it's late Saturday night. I am exhausted. I'm going to knock out this video, put it into render, as always, and then pour myself a glass of wine, and watch a little Sports Center, and fall asleep. And it's been a long, crazy week, and it's over, finally. So, are we? Yeah, we are. Then what happens? Then what happens? So I can also tell you, it looks like, all right, then that just happened. Don't know what that's all about, but whatever. Game just patched up. It is to be expected. For the most part, we've been pretty stable. And that's actually what I was going to say just before the game crashed, is the game's been pretty stable, and it looks like a lot of the mods are starting to patch up as well. Not every single one of them, but enough of them, a few of them. looks like they're coming around. So so yeah, man, I'm just stoked, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the new cargoes. It sounds kind of silly when I say it out loud, but it's like, yeah, man, I want to see what all the cargoes are. I'm curious about these hay bales, if it's going to look like Farm Sim with just a nice big square stack, or if they're going to be all jammed on there. Who knows, whatever. But yeah, excited. And I've seen glimpses of my mind went blank, of Oregon and Beyond the Baltic, Beyond the Baltics. I've seen glimpses of both of them. Curious to play both of them. We'll see. But yeah, should be just around the corner, hopefully within the next few weeks. And Assetto Corsa Competizione is coming out as well. You know, I love my racing sims, so it's going to be kind of a busy time for me, I have to say. F1 2018 just came out. Tomorrow, as soon as I get back from the gym, I need to record first round of the season, first race of the season from Australia. So that's going to be interesting. And then Assetto Corsa, I got to do another Euro Truck video for Monday. So yeah, man, it's really, I say this all the time, but it's a great time to be a gamer. And I'm definitely keeping busy with my new hobby of being a YouTuber. I have seen some texture errors. While I was getting the game reloaded, I got passed by a dump truck with red wheels, which is a classic texture error. So, not there yet. Sir? Not there yet, but you know what? Everybody knows. I know. I'm sure you know. If you want the game to run 100% smooth, don't run mods. Just run base game and DLC, and you know, workshop items, I don't know, they're better than like mods from the dodgy sites. But if you want the game to run stable, just run base game with DLC, and you will be 100% stable. You'll be fine. Pulling for a vehicle inspection, I would love to. And it looks like we're going to do a little night driving. It's been a while since we've driven at night. Has it? Now I'm like wondering. Yeah, it's been a while. Maybe in Euro Truck. Yeah, maybe. I don't even know. I don't even know. But we will, we're going to be driving in the dark today. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Now, last time we tried to load up, we did have a game crash. So, same thing. If we crash today when we're loading our hay bales, I'll do the same thing and just restart after. I'll start the recording again after we're all hooked up again. I'm also running, this is a little bit tricky. This is a mod truck, and I believe it comes with its own engines. But I'm also running a new engine sound pack, and I swear this truck it sounds different than it did last episode. But the problem is, when you get into engines and transmissions and drivetrain modification and so forth, it's like everybody that's making those mods, they're just making them and then you're putting them in the workshop. And I feel like it's best if you just run one of them. And what's tricky for me is like, oh, it's, you know what I'm getting at. Like, there's some mods where it's like, oh, I want that one. Oh, but I want that one too. And you know you really should only be running one of them. But you try to kind of sneak it in there. Oh, you know, what if we somehow everything was okay? So I feel like, ooh, okay. And we've got our real company names in as well, because Archer Daniels Midland is definitely a real company. Okay, so that seems to be holding together, no crashes. Nice, little beacon light on the water tower. I don't think you would have a beacon on a water tower that short unless you were right next to an airport, but it is still a nice detail. I can see a little horse moving around over there. Oh, it's all fantastic. It's beautiful. Let's pick up our job. What are we taking? Hay. I hope they're still here. We're taking hay bales, right? Yeah, they're still there. To Campo Verde. Okay. Cool. Now what do we do? You know what? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it. Last time we tried to load our butter up, we got a crash, but hope springs eternal, yo. Gotta be optimistic in this life. You gotta believe. Alright. Engine is turning off. Press the following key to load the cargo into your trailer. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, I think that was... I'll have to check the replay. Damn, that's a lot of hay bales. I'm curious if that was minutes or hours. I mean, I know for us it was just seconds. But you know what I mean. How long would it take to load this many bales? I bet if you had a good crew, they could do it in a couple hours. But we'll see. I'll take a look on the replay. And I think it's looking like 10 minutes, and we went about 20 minutes before. Maybe we'll just find a place to pull over down here. We won't necessarily sleep, but we don't want to drive the whole trip at night. Man, that is a good-looking neon sign. Or, it might not be neon, I guess. LED is the thing now. But either way, it's a good-looking sign. Get out of this guy's way. And here we go. 318 miles, so that's about, probably 20 minutes to half an hour of real time. And that's a long time to be driving at night. So what we'll do is just find a place to pull over, and we'll go ahead and end the episode there. And I didn't even check the weight on these. I guess I could do that right now. Carefully. Carefully. Okay, only about 12 tons. Okay, not too bad. Hey folks, third time's a charm. So you saw we made it out on the highway and then we had a game crash, but I think this will be a good place to start next episode. So we'll go ahead and call it, but I didn't want to end it on a game crash. I wanted to actually come back in here and wrap things up properly. So thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of American Truck Simulator Beta, obviously. And we'll see you next time. Take care.